that could just get absolutely out of control. The one difference here for XG is they clearly went back to trying to win the lanes a bit more or have stronger cores that can stand there for longer. I think that will work out better for them. But they also have some liabilities like a Nyx who, what is he doing in a laning phase versus a Lone Druid clock? Dying nothing. So that's a big question mark for me, right? Like you picked this Nyx to interact with Ench. He's not even laning against the Ench.
Start. Do you think we're going to see support rotations into that mid lane as well to try and keep him down even further?
You can rotate this Enchantress. You have very good early game presence on the supports for Tundra. But it's kind of a scary hero to rotate into because XG can TP their own supports in and they have a lot of turnaround potential.
Clever use of some lifesteal, pump up his HP a bit more.
To me, the big question this laning phase is what happens on this top lane. Like, how much does this Lone Druid get to punish this double melee lane? And can XG fight back?
Well, right now, it looks like the double melees are trying to punish Whitemon for going for that Cogs to get some damage on him and are able to kind of fight through. But yeah, the Lone Druid is still in prime position, 23-8.
That's scary. Like
especially watching a lot of these Western European teams, that it's who uses the gate more effectively in that, post 5 to 10 minutes area. You know, what carries are going through the gates, what supports are able to go through and successfully gank. Here, though, no rotations required, perhaps, as XXS finds himself isolated underneath his battery cell, takes a lot of damage for it. Xin-Q trying to run interference, also takes a healthy amount of damage.
Monkey should be okay on this bottom lane as he is getting harassed, and Enchantress is annoying for your Jingu stacks. Another go here. You do not want to feed kills to this Lone Druid.
Are they going to get this kill first? They do! XXS barely manages to get the cleave through to get the kill on Whitemon before he in turn falls to Pure. So it is a support for core trade-off, but at least still needs defended Saksa. He tried to make a play for it, but he sees double supports and finds that it is not a Wisdom Rune he should be worrying about. It's his own life, stuck in a corner and killed.
They do get the steal though, Whitemon.
Ame gets the steal on the other side of the map though, so it's still even. Whitemon commits for it underneath the tier 2. The creep wave is coming in though. He takes a couple of tower shots and now slowed down by Xin-Q and XXS. A second support punished for Tundra daring to go for that dive.
Almost a catastrophe for Tundra on that rune fight. If they don't get that Wisdom Rune, I think they are this early in the game.
No. Part of the reason that Xtreme did pick it up, right? It's going to be one of the best heroes to deal with that kind of extension by Tundra. Managed to hit that stun onto the Enchantress. The poison burst. It looks like it's combating against the Wiz, and it's just not going to be quite enough damage. Turns around the Viper Strike. That breaks the Viper. It makes him so much easier for Whitemon to kill with that magic damage. Xin-Q up next, perhaps, as he hits the Impale, but look at him looping around from the side. Is Pure to help get this kill. They are not afraid to move their carry around, and he provides just the extra bit of damage needed to get the kill and straight to the mid-tier 1 tower pressure.
DY trying to clean up this Enchantress. Very close, he'll snag him. Big pickup for him on this Shakiro, almost pushes him to level 6, but that tier 1 tower is absolutely gone. It's a very similar game. You misplay versus a Lone Druid lineup, you're going to lose them in the fights and clean up. I mean, again, you're looking at a lineup from Tundra. They're going to be pushing you. They're not going to give you time to just AFK farm the jungle as much as you might want to in this game. This will pay off over the ultra long term, but you run into similar issues as game 1.
They already failed to defend one tower, but perhaps a second one can be defended here as a Viper Strike catches Ramses as his aggression will get him killed. Back through the gate they go, but they are going to be kind of set up. Whitemon throws out the cogs on these heroes, but they don't actually have the numbers, perhaps, as so many heroes come through the gate that Xtreme Gaming overwhelmed Tundra. Kill the support, take down the bear, go after the hero as well. Pure, he draws a new bear out from the ground. Ame, he gets a couple of Jingu hits in his supports, though. Can't get there in time to be able to provide the disables. Instead, they're fighting Thompson. Thompson underneath the tank, can't live. Meanwhile, Ame gets turned around on by Pure, who pops his ultimate, and his bear managed to double team the Monkey King. It'll do the same to the Underlord.
Pure is so strong in this early game. Diffusal already up, Spark of Courage going to work. In fact, 2 Sparks of Courage. He's very strong right now, almost level 10.
And he's going to take even more as he comes through the gate to take that safe lane tower. Maybe take DY's head with it. Saksa tries to slow him down with a blood grenade. Finally catch up long enough for the diffusal blade to get it active. That's enough.
Thompson will get a level 2 dual breath for his troubles. Also pocketing an arcane rune right now. So he's poor, but he has some spell power to play with in Tundra. If they had snagged that Lone Druid kill, this game might have just swung completely in their favor, but Oh, another quick find from Jin-Q. I mean, he's having a great game here on this Nyx, all things considered. He's level 7, Urn already up, going Vessel on the Nyx to try and deal with the Lone Druid heal. Try and push through maybe the Sand King Blood. The team item over the greedier option.
Hookshot lands, Thompson tries to follow this up, but a gate from XXS gets him away, manages to steal that gate. Can Thompson do anything with this, though?
A very interesting spell to have.
An opportunity to meet, but also Roshan on the table, you said was
Oh, he's going to gate Ame bottom, maybe. Ooh.
Yeah, Roshan hits him, and here comes the gate. A move that Ame was not expecting. What does he do about this one? Hits the trickery, but he knows he's got to run. The magic damage of Thompson is easily going to overwhelm him. Finally, the gate is put to use here, and Tundra back through it to the other side of the map.
Very efficient move. Thompson was pinging that one out. In 5 heroes back to this triangle, and XG smoking straight into them here without the Monkey King.
Fighting without the monkey is a bold move, and they've already been jumped on, but what an Ice Path Macro Pyre. A beautiful hit that does no damage, though. Pipe shrugs off most of it. Poor Ramses is stuck inside the Macro Pyre for so long. He almost dies. Still, though, the fight is good for Tundra as they keep chasing after heroes. DY is going to be stunned up long enough for the rest to follow it up. The bear does not quite die. So both Ramses and the bear get low. Nobody actually.
Once more, XG just lack the damage here. Now Blink is up for Ramsey, so you have more initiation power, more dive potential.
Stolen Firestorm is perfect to get the damage. The Underlord, a tanky hero, not against this kind of overwhelming advantage that Tundra are bringing to every single fight. Xtreme, you specifically.
On the flip side, while Pure is almost ready to go high ground, Ame's like, gosh, I need another 20 minutes.
Time to start farming.
My game just began. XG, they need to find a way to make space in this game.
I feel like I've seen this story a few times in this series. DY, Jakiro, alone somewhere on the map, found. And we'll make Tundra work for it a little bit. They'll have to use the hook shot. Meanwhile, mid lane, they actually jumped on a Pure. Pure does manage to get off his ultimate, and Ramses came in with the epicenter. It's not an easy kill, but XM can do the damage. The Viper is more than enough, and Ramses, Ame! The 4-step caught him out of the rocket flare. That surely would have been a death sentence.
That is so close to a terrible death for Ame, but instead he gets to join the game because this monkey is going to get the time he needs.
Tundra immediately try and strike back without 2 of their cores. 2 supports leading the way. Thompson to help out. XM with that vessel on him. He's burning, but they do have supports coming in now. XM helped out by the pipe. Can he live through this? No, but he does get his revenge, certainly, from the grave. He spits out back at Tundra and will claim 3 lives for his own.
And Ame's going to get another team fight cleanup here. Says, thank you, XM. The buffet has been set. Jin-Q is starting to turn into a 4th core here. We've seen this in a lot of the Nyx games. He just finds these little openings, and it doesn't take much.
The net worth lead and the way the momentum was going in this series, Game 1 was such a dominant show from them, and it felt like Game 2 might be a repeat performance, but now they're beginning to get picked off and falling apart. The Nyx Assassin setting up Xtreme Gaming for another successful kill.
And an amp damage rune for one of their cores. XM will pick it up. They can start to do some tower pushing of their own. Jin-Q finds another massive.
Oh, this is maybe a little too deep. I'm not sure if you want this one. XXS, he committed for that one. He throws out the pin. Where's he going? He's not going back. He pushes forward. Kamikaze straight past the tier 2 tower. I guess it helps Jin-Q get away.
I mean, that was clearly not a play the second Jin-Q started to bail. If XG take this fight right now, you're missing a huge amount of net worth on this Sand King.
And Ame is maybe going to be able to get a really good ultimate here.
He's on
the corner of the pit. He's going to throw it out. Drops
it's an illusion.
Down the strike. He went out to an illusion. That's disastrous. The rest of the team is going to have to make a better initiation, but the Roshan's already dead. And Ame, he pops his BKB, but for what? To try and get Thompson. It seems like he's managed to get his Jingu stacks up, and we'll finish off that pesky Rubik. XXS needs some help. The bear is currently causing a problem. What a hit from his Jin-Q, but Ramsey Ramses is still strong with a Bloodstone. Running around with his Sandstorm, trying to chase after these heroes. Somehow Pure managed to get through this one, and now his Bear starts going to work. A hit from the Valley Strike, a push away from the Bear. Get back, get back. Shen Q tries to make a run for it, but the Gleipnir gets him in his hole. XM standing strong.
The Viper
take
gone.
down the Lone Druid once. Ame, can he make it twice though? In the way, XM, he's out of here. A TP out, DY does the same, but Ame will be left behind.
Oh, Pure. He switched his items onto the main Lone Druid just to get that Gleipnir out. What an insanely heads-up play.
Oh, no way. But they know they just hit the Tormentor, but Ame, he goes in pretty deep, breaks that smoke. They're deciding whether to... he hopped away from the Burrow Strike just in time.
Goes back in.
Now he hops back in with the BKB, commits that Wukong's command, and now let's see if the Lone Druid can stand toe-to-toe. It gets out of it. Outside of the Wukong's command, but the Bear does die. Meanwhile, XXS getting peppered by Saksa. A stolen boundless strike will stop him getting through the gate, and Saksa does the damage. Now XM, he's not sure quite what to do. The hook shot's gonna stop any movement from him. An Ice Path goes out, tries to go for the kill on Ramses, hoping beyond hope that he can get that damage done, but it will not happen. DY will follow the rest of his team into the grave. Ame is the only survivor. Nobody dies on the side of Tundra.
They all end on Pure, and it was not enough. They didn't have some of the base. Just too much sustain. Not enough single target burst damage. Ame needs more damage. And it was a very disjointed fight. Supports did not get to do a lot.
And now Xtreme Gaming are getting picked off before they can actually get their full 5-man. What a heads-up move. Whitemon, Ramsey, somebody spotted him somewhere in that trees, makes that guess, and now instead of waiting for the Viper in 10 seconds, they will have to wait another 40.
Best base breakers in Dota.
Yeah.
And he just finished a full Assault Kuros. They're just going to 5-man gate into Ame.
Ame says, Ame's going to go throw the Wukong's command. They immediately hit the Impale. And Pure, oh, he got the fear. Almost pushed Ame out of it, but the Wukong's command stays alive. Can the damage stay up, though? The clockwork goes down. How did Pure manage to get out of here?
What?
He's making a run for it. Throws out the Gleipnirs. The stuns are after him. Ame hops on top. Stun. Where's the stuns? They didn't have it. They go for the Bear instead, but they needed that kill on Pure. They needed it to turn the game around.
This here out a bit more.
Hook shot across. Whitemon hits his mark thanks to a deep lane ward. DY's life is forfeit. 50 seconds timer for him. The Bear goes up to the high ground and is immediately met by staunch resistance. He feels strong with a shield room, but he is going to be walking to Tundra heroes. They immediately jump for Ramses, and what a Wukong's command, hitting all 5 of these heroes. Tundra on the run, caught in the pit though. Pure, his hero, is going to make it out. His Bear will not. And XM only fires that forward, pops BKB, putting damage onto Thompson. It's going to be enough. Can he get away though? Ramsey with a buyback now, pops Bloodstone epicenter. XM, his BKB is only going to last for so long. And Shin Q, he's going to get diced up. Pure is big and he's bad and he's a deadly Bear that is going through hero after hero. An immediate buyback. Ame is going to buy back, but what about the Underlord? What about DY who's left behind on the Jakiro? They won't have all their heroes. They take the fight, they get some kills, they get some buybacks, but ultimately that 27,000 net worth lead is beginning to inside of the Wukong's command, doing the damage fast enough to kill them. What does it mean when you have to play against another life on one of these cores? A gate straight to it. They cannot afford to give up this Aegis, but no one's actually going through the gate right now. Tundra. Ame's sitting up in the back, jumps through the trees. A Wukong's command, dead center is Pure, and he's already been hit by some stuns. They are all in to kill the Lone Druid, but Pure got his BKB up. They got a Bear kill. Now they got to commit for the Roshan. Ame forward, but Ramses with the hit. Whitemon gets the hook, and Ramses takes the Aegis, denying Ame his chance at immortality. It is ripped away from him, and Tundra stomp Xtreme into the ground.
They got basically everything out of that they wanted. Aegis on the Sand King and you were not even close.
The same team fights going the same ways, running over the same ground, surrounded by the same old fears. Another year of unrealized potential, another tournament of broken dreams.
Forced in.
Maybe he can save it, but a force tap in. It gets in. XM killed. No defense. Ame, XM, both out. No damage in the tank left for Xtreme. The best they could do is get a Sand King who had an Aegis anyway. They've killed him twice, but thrice he'll revive. Thrice will come back into this team fight to end the game. The throat is exposed, and Tundra will lay claim to a